Fantastic. Well, great to see everybody. Good to see you as well. Hello and welcome to Penguin Live, where you have the best seat in the house for the best magic and mentalism in the entire world. I'm your host, Dan Harlan. Thank you so much for supporting live magic. Now, the gentleman we have with us, you probably know him best from his highly successful release, The 100th Monkey. If you're not familiar with that principle, you will be soon, and it's fantastic. You may also have read his book. It's a highly acclaimed book. It's fantastic. I had a chance to read through it myself. It's called Intimate Mysteries, and it takes magic to a completely different place. It's fantastic. He's also written some articles for Magic Magazine, so maybe you've seen some of those. Now, I will tell you that the reason that his writing and his releases are so great is because he is an award-winning screenwriter and a director. So he takes a filmmaker's look at things, and he has a storyteller's skill that he adds in to the magic and mentalism that he does. He likes to add in drama, emotion, humor, visual interest to all of the work that he does, and he'll tell you more about that. So let's not waste any more time as we welcome Chris Philpott. Hey, Chris. How are you, man?
Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. That was a nice introduction. Thank you, Penguin, for bringing me from Los Angeles to Ohio in the middle of winter on Oscar night. So this is what it's like in front of the camera. Hi. I am, as Dan mentioned, I am a director. I think it might give me some different perspective on magic. And many of the things you're going to see now tonight are brand new. I'm just working them out. And there will be a few mistakes along the way, so bear with me. Let's get to the first effect. I have here 12 cards. 11 jokers and 1 king. The king is the king of clubs. In cartomancy, card reading, the king of clubs represents a great power that someone has they are completely unaware of. I would like you, please, to try to catch one of the cards. And whoever catches the king, would you please stand up in your spot? Tom.
Yes.
I would like to ask you 3 questions, please. Okay, first question. Do you think you are psychic?
No.
Good. Second question. If I gave you incontrovertible proof that you indeed had a 6th sense, would that blow your mind?
Yes.
Good. Final thing, are you in relatively good health?
Yes.
Good. Well, then, will you please come on up? Give me a good round of applause. Thank you. I'll just stand over on this side. I'll stand here. I can tell you didn't really want to come up here, but you kind of lit up when you guys applauded, so that's good. We can use that. A deck of cards, or as we magicians like to call it, an ordinary deck of cards. What I would like you to do is a simple test. The test is this. I want you to separate 20 cards, let me get them now, 20 cards into reds and blacks. You will deal them one at a time on the table. Reds near the red back deck right up there. Blacks a little closer to my black pants, if that helps you remember. What I want you to do as well, there are 3, oops, did I drop that? Okay, thank you. There are 3 conditions. There are 3 conditions on this test. The first condition is you must, what is the first condition? The first condition is you must do this all while holding your breath. Okay? You must do this, deal exactly 10 cards in each pile. So of the 20 cards, you must deal 10 in each pile. So 10 reds, 10 blacks. Do you think you can do that?
I can do that.
And the final thing is you have to deal the cards face down. You cannot look at the cards. Do you think you can do that?
I can do that.
Okay, good.
Hold my breath.
Yes, you have to take a couple breaths.
All right.
And let me know when you're ready. And again, you're going to deal reds here, blacks here. Exactly. And to help him pace himself, take another breath, don't worry. To help him pace himself, I want everyone to count backwards from 20. Okay? So you know how long you have. Safety first, always. If you're going to... Can we borrow a chair? In case you get lightheaded, let's get a chair. Just sit down.
Sit down?
No. You stand up now. So, where did that's your king. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Okay, you ready? So we're going to count backwards from 20. Okay, you ready? Okay, now 20. Wait, take a breath. You ready? Deep breath. Okay. Everyone now. 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Stop. Next card. What color? What color do you think it is? Black. Do you believe him?
Yes.
Okay, put it black. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Stop. Make sure they're even. 2-1. Give them a round of applause. And let's just test the first thing to see if they're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have passed the first test. It's hard when you're breathing. When you're not breathing, it's hard to make these things. Okay, the second test. Do you believe? Do you sense now a sixth sense that you didn't know you had?
A little.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, because the belief that we have 5 senses is horribly outdated. We have, scientists believe now, between 25 and 35 senses, including the ability to monitor the carbon dioxide levels of our blood, which we only really notice when we hold our breath. So do you now feel the sixth sense? Yeah, so we have passed the second test. I think one of the things that interests me is the list of our senses grows longer every year, and I don't believe we've hit the maximum yet. I think we are still discovering new things. I would like you to give him one clap to encourage him for each one that he got right. This is the red pile. Ready? If you got it right, everyone applaud once. Red. Whoop. Black. And I'm going to try to go faster here. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What?
You want this here?
No, you can put that back, actually. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, actually, you got to do a trick. I haven't gotten to do a trick yet. So I'd love it. Could you just stay here for just half a sec? I'm going to have you think of a card. Okay. No, but we've got cards all over the place. So I want you to, if you would, just think of one of these cards here. Just come around. You got it? You got it? Okay. What I'm going to try to do is make this card vanish from the deck and go anywhere at all you would like it to go. Anywhere. Just think of a place, a random place in this room.
How about your wall?
We could do that. Go, any other suggestions? Just name a spot. Anywhere you want me. I will make that card vanish, and I will send it anywhere you want. Come on, let's get some suggestions.
Under the penguin.
The penguin would be great. Dan's pocket.
Okay. we can do that. Okay. So first, we have to make it vanish. We have to guard the penguin there.
All right.
Guard the penguin.
Okay.
Make sure I can't get anything anywhere. No one touches underneath the penguin, okay?
That's a good rule.
Okay, here we go. What was the name of your car that you were thinking of?
8 of diamonds.
8 of diamonds. Watch, come. Do you see the 8 of diamonds. There's the 8 of hearts. Do you see the 8 of diamonds anywhere?
No.
Take a good look. It is gone.
8 of hearts?
8 of hearts. The card is gone. 50% of the way there. Dan, would you look underneath the penguin?
Yes.
This is a thought-of card, by the way. Look underneath the penguin, lift it up.
There.
It's not there.
That's, no.
Nothing there.
Get a good shot.
It's, okay, that was a good shot. I am not such a good shot, I think. I think I was off slightly. I think it must be in the penguin.
In?
Must be in the penguin. I think, is there a knife? Do you have a knife here, anyone?
No, come on now.
Oh, yeah. Now, this looks suspicious.
It does look
No, you just picked up. It's okay.
He just happens to have a knife.
There's another knife. What? Oh, yikes. That's actually cool. Do you see this knife? Do you see this knife? Okay, this is the highly gimmicked knife. No, this is just a normal knife, right? Okay, so what was your card again?
8 of diamonds.
8 of diamonds. Okay. Dan?
Don't stab the penguin.
Dan?
No.
Dan, okay, are you getting this? I'm going to stab the penguin. I'm going to right in the head.
I want you to do it.
Okay, I'm not going to stab the penguin. No, I want you to stab the penguin.
I don't want to stab the
I want you to stab
In the head?
right in his head. Yes, good. Don't miss. Don't miss. Just right. You can do it. A jar. Look what he's doing to your penguin, man.
No, it's not.
Come on.
Do it.
Go.
Really? For real?
Yeah. No, do it. It's okay.
It's not okay.
I give you permission.
I know, but you're giving me permission. But here, I don't know.
I'll buy you a new. Okay, cut. Saw through it. Rip open that penguin. Okay, reach in. Reach in. Reach into the penguin's head.
This situation escalated quickly.
Is it? Oh, there's nothing there. Wait,
No, there is. Oh
there's
my
something
God!
there.
No, come on!
What?
No,
What is
no!
that?
All right, look. There's nothing in my hands. You
There's
guys are going to
nothing.
think I didn't do this.
What?
But look. This is insane. That's insane. I'm not kidding you.
Thank you.
I don't have a clue.
There you go. Oh, there goes the penguin. Now we're going to raffle this off next. It's going to need some surgery.
That's amazing, man. I'm putting it right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Look at that.
Oh, you're king. You're king. I think you're king. Okay. I'm gonna get. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but
I think you had a trauma there.
well, there's a little bit of a flashback.
I know.
It's never a good idea to hand me a knife. Okay. In fact, you may want to take that.
Okay. Okay.
Now that I've gotten started, we don't know where it's going to stop.
Throw it here for now. As we mentioned, I'm a screenwriter, and so I'm going to explain those secrets and many other secrets tonight. But first, I thought I would just talk a little about some of the stuff I know best, which is cinema. And
I'm still very impressed.
okay. So that's a standard narrative technique. I'm going to tell you some secrets, but not yet. I mean, Dan Brown made like $1 billion doing that over and over and over again. So what I want to do is haul out this pretty poster I made just for this event. Now, is this good for your camera? Perfect. Okay, great. I'm going to consult my notes because I forget things sometimes. What I would like to do is tell you a little bit about the 3-act story structure. In cinema, can you guys see that? Maybe I should tilt it a little bit this way. Okay. In magic, we talk about magic tricks having plots. And I think that's fair. I think magic tricks are basically little stories, and I think that makes us all storytellers. And I think if you know a little bit about how stories work, that will help you with your magic. So rather than just go through everything, let me just give you an overview. This will be in the download package. There'll be a download package. It'll have some effects and scripts, and it'll also have this picture. This is 4 of the best known descriptions of the 3-act structure. This is the classical structure, which is everyone from Aristotle, like Sid Field, Blake Snyder, who did Save the Cat, which is really popular in Hollywood right now. Michael Haig, I love his stuff because he has both.
That's Chris. That's on the 3rd one, which isn't marked on what we're showing up there. It's,
yes, I'm
Michael
sorry,
Haig.
I left it off. This is my daughter's very neat handwriting here. I'll put that on. Okay, yeah, Michael Haig is the 3rd. He has both an inner journey, character journey, and the outer journey. And Christopher Vogler, which is, he did something called The Writer's Journey. He was an executive for Disney, and he wrote a memo that basically outlined this, and they based the structure of Lion King on it. He was trying to codify Joseph Campbell's stuff. And of course, Joseph Campbell was he wrote The Hero with 1,000 Faces, which was like the major influence on Star Wars. So, I mean, this is not really totally theoretical. If you can tap into these structures, you will move people, because this is very archetypal. People understand these stories. So I believe it's helpful. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to turn this lecture into a lecture. But, so I thought instead I would tell you a story. And a story is my story, and it'll give you a little bit about my approach to magic by giving you, I think if you know a little bit about someone, it'll explain the way he thinks. So let me go through it. We're going to start at the beginning of the story, Act 1, Part 1, the setup or ordinary world, emphasis on ordinary as in ordinary deck of cards. And you always start with the opening image. In my last years of high school, every Friday, right after school, I would run as fast as I could to the local magic shop. This was Toronto. The shop was the Browser's Den, and the owner would give me a trick for one night. I would study it on the train home. I would play with the gimmicks. I would get home. I would learn it all evening until Monty Python came on at 10:30. And I'd take the train back, and all day Saturday, I would stand behind the counter demonstrating the trick. It was fantastic. I loved it. And I really did want to become a professional magician. Act 1, Part 2, we get the inciting incident, opportunity, call to adventure, the debate, and the mentor. I left for college. For whatever reason, there was no magic club on campus. There was no magic shop downtown, and the idea of doing magic tricks to get laid hadn't been invented yet. So basically, all my tricks stayed on the shelf. I went from department to department. Nothing really stuck. And one day, I went to a free screening of Alfred Hitchcock's Shadow of a Doubt. And it was a great film, but the most amazing part was a film professor talking about the film afterwards. And he didn't just talk about, oh, yeah, Hitchcock is a master of suspense. He got into all the secrets of that film, what was really going on. And that was the moment I fell in love with cinema and fell out of love with magic. Act 2, 25% point, change of plans, the first threshold, fun and games. I married a wonderful woman and moved back to Toronto. Film was my passion now. We once rented an apartment just because there were glass doors on the bedroom. And I thought I could use this as a projection booth. We'd have film nights. And I made films. We had kids. It was a wonderful time of my life. There was a great community in Canadian cinema. And it was just a great time of my life. Tests, allies, enemies. There's only one problem with Canadian cinema, and that's no one watches Canadian cinema. Canadian filmmakers who want, an audience, they go to Hollywood. Guys like James Cameron. But I decided to stay. I thought, oh, maybe if I just add some more Hollywood elements to my movies, people will come to see them. And that's exactly the point where Canadian festivals stopped showing my movies and American festivals started showing them. They started winning awards, and I started getting meetings at Hollywood production companies. Midpoint, point of no return, approach to the inmost cave. We moved to LA. I did the Hollywood thing. I wrote scripts, took meetings, developed projects. I was hired to write this really cool biopic of Einstein that was just about to go for years. And when you are a middle-aged guy and you have kids, you don't have that kind of time. And I was wondering, maybe I should have moved to LA sooner. Complications. We are around here somewhere. There's complications. It's there. Los Angelinos, you may have heard, are obsessed with traffic. And there's a reason for that. I think it's not just because the traffic is terrible, but sometimes it just vanishes. It's like cars part like the Red Sea before Moses, and you get to your meeting like an hour and a half early. And so it was that one day I was walking along Hollywood Boulevard, killing time, and I saw a sign saying Hollywood Magic. I was like, oh yeah, magic, wow. And I looked through the window, and I would not have gone in except there was a picture, a signed picture of Orson Welles. Orson Welles, just so I have to understand, he was like my hero. I wrote my master's thesis on Orson Welles, and I was having a copy bound for him when I got word that he died. We had some unfinished business. So I went into the shop, and I look around, and I go, what could Orson, one of the greatest visual artists of all time, thought? Well, what do you thought of those like crazy spray-painted boxes and the bunny silks and the plastic vomit by the cash register? And something about being in that place, it just all came back, all those years of working in the magic shop, and I just got the bug again. I started talking to the guy behind the counter, and I said, oh, this is so good. And he goes, yeah, well, I got something for you. And he reaches in the counter, and he pulls out a pass to the Magic Castle. It's like, it's a golden ticket. Crisis, supreme ordeal, major setback, the bad guys close in. I sold a script to Phoenix Pictures. This was a company led by one of the most esteemed producers in Hollywood, Mike Medavoy, who once looked up from his cell phone when he spoke to me. It was going to be produced by Brad Fisher right after Shutter Island, just before he did Black Swan, and 3 months before principal photography, it blew up in a giant fireball of ego, Hollywood style. All is lost, dark night of the soul. I got depressed. And my wife said, honey, you need a hobby. I spent a lot of time on YouTube that year looking at magic. I looked at, what's this street magic stuff? Whoa, it's cool. Bizarre magic? Whoa, this stuff. Who is this Darren Brown guy? My God, it's like the most awesome stuff I ever saw. And it was kind of sad at the same time because I missed 25 years of it. And it was awesome. And I felt like I would never, ever catch up. And it was sad. Act 3, climax, seizing the sword, the road back, resurrection. Do you know that scene in Karate Kid where he's painting the fence and he's waxing the car and then he finds out it's actually learning to fight? Imagine painting a fence for 25 years and you're painting and all of a sudden, wow, my kung fu is strong. I found that so many of these skills that I'd learned as a screenwriter and director were directly applicable to magic. And it was awesome, especially because, when you hit middle age, you figure you know the limits of your abilities. But you don't. Aftermath. Thinking back, I don't think I took a wrong path. I think that youthful self that I was, constantly running towards a career in magic, I'm glad he took a long detour. I'm glad I didn't go to Hollywood right away. I'm glad I took the life I was. And even the worst thing about leaving Toronto, losing my community in Canadian cinema, I have found another community in magic. It is in a twist of fate worthy of a Hollywood ending. One of my new magic friends, Steve Valentine, we just wrote a script together and just got a studio attached and a big director, and we're just still negotiating the project. I can't tell you more about it, but we're really excited. And if it blows up, that's okay. Things blow up in Hollywood all the time. I don't really care because I have a hobby. Return with the elixir. Everyone in this room or watching this on the internet, every one of you has a unique story. Every one of you has a unique toolkit, something you can bring to magic that no one else has, or you can bring magic to whatever else you are doing. And you also, every one of you, everyone in this room has secret abilities of which you are not aware. And I just want to tell you that discovering those abilities is one of the most rewarding and joyous experiences you can have in your life. Thank you. There we go. So, I probably explained a couple tricks.
Yeah.
Any questions so far? Any questions while I think what I'm doing? No? We're all good? Okay, I'm not going to go through and elucidate how every aspect of the 3X structure applies to magic tricks. But if you think about a trick, what have I done? Okay. If you think about a trick, in terms of a story, you often find that some things that you didn't think were an important part of the trick are actually significant parts of the story. For example, choosing a volunteer. Now, in Out of This World, the volunteer is the hero of the story. Most magic effects, the magician is the hero. In some, I think the props are the hero. But I'm not going to go through and codify everything. But in Out of This World, it's definitely a hero's journey for the spectator. So how is he chosen? The call to adventure, as they say in the, maybe I shouldn't have put that away, but the call to adventure, according to the Christian Vogler thing, in Star Wars, this is a moment where Luke, sees the projection of Princess Leia. What is this? But there's often the refusal of the call. No, I can't go on an adventure. I've got the crops to harvest or plant or whatever, I forget now. and so the selection of a volunteer becomes an important thing in this because that's the call to adventure. And so I thought, well, I want to do it in a way that's appropriate to a room full of magicians. I thought, oh, cards, I'll do the cards. So I just thought of 12 because it's kind of a symbolic number. And all jokers. Except for one, which is the king. And I don't know a lot about cartomancy, but the king of clubs, apparently, according to Wikipedia, it does mean, having an ability which you're not aware of. So it seemed appropriate to the effect. So that was just a little moment I thought was sort of appropriate, in helping you tell your story. Did you guys like that part?
Yes.
Okay, good. I envisioned this. Like I said, I'm not used to being in front of the camera, so I envisioned myself sort of grabbing the cards and having like a card fountain going up. I'm not that adept physically. So the effect was, I think the conditions of the Out of This World kind of dictate the method there. I used a stripper deck, because I didn't want to be doing a lot of shuffling, because I want to minimize the process, because I'm thinking of this as an opener. And in some ways, it's not a great opener because it's processy. Out of This World, of course, it's like one of the greatest awful effects ever, because it's an absolute miracle, and you make someone feel awesome, but you're watching someone sort pieces of paper into two piles. It's not magic, it's filing. So I'm trying to, again, approach this as a screenwriter. Okay, I've got a boring scene here. How do I make it a little more pumped up? One thing, if you're ever, shorten it. I only use 20 cards. Another thing is I add some stakes. Have someone hold their breath. can you do this? Interrupt them, you act a little bit like a jerk, saying, no, stop, another thing was when counting is boring. Counting backwards is really exciting. How many films have you seen where there's a ticking clock going down? So it automatically makes it a little more interesting. And hopefully that pumped it up a little bit as we're doing that. My handling of which deck is this? No. Okay, I think the stripper is in my pocket.
How often have we all said that?
I know. So rather than, do you want me to set it up or just describe my hand?
Oh, I'd like you to set it up. Yeah,
okay.
I want to see.
Well, then I have to pick up all these cards. No, I'm not going to.
Oh, yeah, because you tossed most of them on the thing. Yeah.
So basically, I've got the reds and the blacks, 20 cards separated on the bottom. I used an ace of spades just to keep track of the 20th card because I figure I can.
I'm going to get you that one so that you don't have to worry about
thank you.
Which
thank
is
you.
which. There's your
there we go.
Marker.
So that's my marker. Mm-hmm. And I got, let's see, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I have black cards. Red cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And now the fun part of the stripper deck is like healing the stripper. Okay, that seems to be all aligned for whatever reason. Have you guys used the stripper deck?
Oh yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty common use. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I've never used one before this. I just thought a stripper, that would be cool. That just seemed like the right method for it. But I seem to be all the right direction, and now I flip over my reds, my 10 reds, and I just sort of make a random stack of 20. Okay, that's not too random, but whatever. So I've got this stack on the bottom, and I always test it, just to make sure I've got everything good by pulling out halfway. So I got my red and black. All the other cards are in alignment on top. So I can, and I didn't do this because I was, flustered when I first came out here. But I was going to shuffle, and you can shuffle everything except the stock of 20. And then, there we go, I'm dropping again. So you got the stock of 20, and now as you're talking, you just go through. I was doing the first show them, because again, it's fast. It eliminates, I just want to get to the effect fast. Count up my 20, you gave me the ace of clubs, right? Yeah, ace of spades, there we go. Boom, set those out. And now I can shuffle these some more as I'm talking. And whenever I feel like it, I can do the cut. Hopefully when I'm saying something important, like asking them, something that they actually have to think about answering and people might be interested. And I can do several cuts because, you don't always get them the first time. And that puts your blacks on the bottom and your reds on top. Now, this handling is John Armstrong's. And John and I worked with David and Lehman on their bid for America's Got Talent. And the guy is so phenomenal with handling. And he's given me permission to explain this handling, which I think is, his handling. John is very, very sweet. But as you deal, all you have to do is keep track of how many cards are in this pile here, the red pile, when you hit dealing 10. So this is why I stop at 11, counting backwards, because now I'm like, how many are there again? Because I can't remember. So am I at 11 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, I've dealt too many. So, yeah. Are we into the blacks? Yeah. So here we go. I've dealt my first 10 cards, and there are 5 here. So it's important to note, if you have 3 here, if you have 4 here, that's how many cards you can deal up off the top without cheating. Do you know what I mean? Well, I'll get to that point. But I'll just leave 5 here for now. And now we'll deal off the other 5. So my magic number I have to remember is 5. And then I have to make sure that there are the same number of cards in each pile. So now the handling is this. I'll give you John's handling because mine is, because John's handling is really nice, but I want to do it justice. He turns them over at the same time. Wait a sec. Oh, no, yes, I count through to make sure this is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, okay, we've passed the first test. John's handling is, he will say, deal the card, 1 pile on the table, and hand the other cards to me. And as he does, he reverses the order of the cards. When you take a card, he puts it to the bottom. That will reverse the stack. So now you have red and black here, and black and red here. Is this clear? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So now John will do the 2 at a time and lay them down like this. And you're counting, because remember your magic number is 5. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And now you do a switch. Your hands go to the opposite piles. And this, the way John does it,
wow.
He is laying out in a nice, pretty stage picture, and he's also directing your attention this way, away from the hand. It's so beautiful. Yeah. So that's John Armstrong. I was doing the holding up 1 card, getting everyone to applaud. My idea with this was. I write for Magic Magazine, and I read a lot of it, and they have this great online edition. And there's all these great lectures by Joni Spina. You know Joni Spina, the magic advisor, worked with Copperfield for many years, died recently. But there's these wonderful lectures. And one thing that was sort of new to me as a screenwriter about doing magic is in film, we don't care about applause cues. We don't, say, oh, give me applause. I don't hear it. What is going on? Come on, a little more. Yeah. That kind of stuff. And I thought, when I came back to magic, I was like, these guys are a little needy, man. I mean, they're always going to get their ego fed. But I think it's something else, because sometimes the shows where the guys were going like this, those were the best shows. And I think, there's a study that came out like a couple of years ago that said, if you want to make yourself happy, smile. Because you're hardwired. Your connection between smiling and being happy is so hardwired. The act of smiling makes you happy. And I think there's something similar to that with applause. I think if the guy can get you applauding, you start having a good time. Everyone loves the applause. So she talks about various strategies different performers have used. She's got a wonderful scene. You should check them out with a gag from a clown to try to get the audience applauding, to something like this. So I thought, oh, what if you had an effect where the every revelation is a single clap, and it gets faster and faster and faster. Like I said, I wanted to get really fast, but you have to make sure the cards are clear. So that was my solution to trying to train the audience to applaud. So I think that's it.
Yeah, fabulous.
That's great.
Now, Chris.
Yeah.
I know, because you've worked in Hollywood, you've worked in films. I know that you're open to suggestions.
Yes, please.
Just in me watching this,
right? Yeah.
Because you wanted to get everything really, really fast.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I would do
now
that I've seen your presentation, because I absolutely love this. After you do the count and you know you have to do the switch, I would do one switch and then just pick up the rest of the piles and just sprinkle those last few cards down, because they're already separated. You know? So you hit your ending faster that way.
Well, thank you.
Really,
I mean,
really
well, but this is the thing. The skills I bring are different than you have done years of performing for people.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. It's exactly the thing that you were saying, is that when you're dealing with this kind of a thing, you're basically just watching somebody sort stuff. So the quicker you can get to showing everything, then you're better off.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. No, great point.
That's great. I loved it. Great presentation.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
There you go. Strippers for everyone. The second trick, I don't know if you could call that even a deck switch. It was the worst thing. But, it was like, I was on the offbeat, and hopefully not everyone noticed. This is a Kennedy Mind Power deck. This is, and again, John Kennedy gave me permission to totally expose it. So I don't know if you know this trick deck, but it's a variation of the Bagshaw deck. Bagshaw deck, I think, and then there was a Koran deck, and they all had, it was the same basic principle. You spread out the cards, you had people think of it, but it was the same cards over and over and over again. So I think there was 10 in Bagshaw, and the Koran, or
Koran had 5,
Koran was 5.
Yeah. Sometimes 8. But
sometimes 8.
And that's what Kennedy's gone with.
Kennedy's gone with 8. So, Kennedy, and I think this is Kennedy's originality, was having the pips facing each way.
Yep.
So if you fan it one way, wait a second, which way are we? If you fan it one way, you've got the same pattern of repeating 8 cards, but you see the pips are off. There's a 2 of clubs, ace of spades, king of hearts, 8 of hearts, and you flip it the other way, and it's entirely different deck. It's a full deck. Now, what I did to prep it, and this Darren Brown used this ploy in Smoke, you take out the whole cards. So of the repeating pattern, you take out all the
real ones.
The real ones. Yeah. Yes. So that when you turn it one way, the card has gone from the deck. So you spread it one way, the person looks, they have a choice of 8 cards. They're thinking of any one of 52. It's a lovely thing. And then you turn it 180 degrees, spread it again, and their card is gone. Which leads to that guy.
Yeah, all right. I want to know when you switched the penguin. You did switch it, didn't you?
Of course I switched the penguin. This is a giant card. Can I sit down?
Yeah, sure, sit down. Here, take it.
This is a card index. we have a 2 here. Oh my gosh, there's number 2. 3, a 4, a 7 here. The 8 was the head. Right. I guess it's a 10, jack, and a king. So this is something I'm going to sit for a second.
Yeah.
So this is something when we were working on America's Got Talent. Right. We were always talking about how do you fit the magic to the stage. And I think this is something Matt Franco, who won this year, this was something he was great at. Yeah. If you look on his audition tape, he's doing Sam the Bellhop, but he's changed all the names to the names of the judges. Oh, yeah. And he got a standing ovation, and I verified this 3 times. There was no monitor in the room. There was the audience 3,000 people. They couldn't see a thing.
Yeah, they couldn't actually see the cards for really what he was talking about. Yeah.
But he suited it to that situation. It wouldn't have made any sense. It was all about the judges and going to
the story itself was so good.
He was the story's great. It was a great trick, and it was so perfect for that audience. He was playing to the judges. And the audience fed on that enthusiasm. Yeah. The audience was like, "Oh, this is great." And Matt was like really good at finding a card in a seat, which is not that different from what I'm doing here. Right. And if you look back on it's something they did in the 19th century all the time. Robert Houdin, Max Malini. They would make a trick just for that location. So I thought, oh, what will I do? You know, I want to talk about this principle because I think it's a great principle. You know, we talk about I'm going to get the perfect routine, but you should also think about where you're performing. Burlesque, you know, you would go and do a party on a penthouse and say, I'm going to do card through window and go down and hang from the building to get a card on the outside of the window. Anything to make people go, oh my God, how is that possible? It can't be. So if you cater your trick to your situation, your environment, it makes for a very, very powerful trick. So I thought, I'm going to have a card to anywhere and just ask for things, and really, where else but the penguin?
Yeah, right.
So
because it's been
somebody's going to say penguin.
It's been a focus around here ever since we got that guy.
Right.
So you saw it on some of the previous lectures.
I did,
you were like,
and so
that's gotta be it.
I'm going, yeah. Penguin did not have a custom-made penguin. I'm just a large, stuffed penguin, and it was the first one there. I even got a little bow tie, but what didn't quite match. So, I told the crew about this earlier, and they said, no, let's get the real.
Yeah.
So this is the real. It's in the basement, right? The real penguin.
The real guy. Yeah.
So
this is a stunt penguin.
But this is. I owe you.
Don't be concerned.
That's right. No penguins were harmed
because I really didn't know. I had no idea. That's the thing. I mean,
right.
and it's great. We had people actually. We had people writing in.
Yeah.
This is the emotional content that you were looking for,
right.
that you've been talking about. Is it, wait. Here it is. Don't let him cut the penguin. This is crazy. Thumbs down. No, not the penguin.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah. There you go. There's some stakes because after a while, you try to draw out the moment a little bit.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was fun. That was a fun trick.
And I thought it was fantastic. I mean, think about it, because basically where we're sitting right here is like my little living room, my little sitting room.
Yeah.
And that penguin's always there, and it makes me feel comfortable. It's always there. So I think that penguin is the same penguin. You do that in somebody's house. You do that, you know, just what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Personalizing it to the space.
Right.
No way they would ever suspect such a thing.
No.
And it's great. And then, of course, if you wanted to follow up, we didn't want to go through all this because I knew we were going to talk about it. I had no idea that he was going to cut the penguin, just so you know. or that I was going to cut the penguin.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to follow it up in somebody's house, you could restore the penguin.
The penguin,
Yeah,
right.
you could do what.
Yeah, if you're in someone's house, you should probably restore the penguin.
But reputations have been made on that, like you've said.
Yeah, no, it's a great strategy. It's a great strategy.
It absolutely is.
I think the penguin.
Now the other thing is, the other question on that is, you figured that somebody would eventually suggest the penguin, right? That's why you sort of let it open. But you didn't want to telegraph that was what it was, so you bring your wallet out. Because that's the typical place to go, right?
It's I'm a Castle member. I have a lot of friends who are magicians, and they're so good at little things like that. And I've learned so much from them. Just the little teasing. Oh, pick this. Anything you want, and just playing with the audience like they're a fish. It's just it's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's sticky, but people love it.
Yeah. I loved it.
Thanks, man.
It was a fantastic effect.
Okay. Any questions so far about those effects or anything?
I'm just double checking here. Nope, we're good.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, one thing we didn't. I should probably have done this at the beginning. The Oscar prediction thing.
Well, yes, we didn't talk about that,
Right.
but you did mention it. Anybody that's been to Penguin's site has probably seen that Chris sold the Oscar prediction for tonight. Now, part of that was that he mailed to me the predictions, and I made a point of not getting the method. I don't know what the method is, all right? Just like I had no idea that the penguin was a setup. I don't know what method you're using.
Right.
I don't have a clue how you're going to predict the Oscars. I haven't opened the envelope. I really don't know what's in there.
Okay.
And the Oscars are going on. Have they started yet? I think they just kicked off.
Jacob is monitoring the...
Jacob's monitoring the Oscars. And
on Twitter. Has there been any awards yet?
They started at 8:30.
8:30.
So they started a little bit later. So
Oh, the lecture's going long tonight.
to get all of these.
We're
Yeah.
gonna be like,
well, hopefully they do
there's
it
another
pretty
card
fast.
trick.
But even if we only get through
Yeah.
a couple or three of those predictions,
That's fine.
If you have what? How many are in there?
I predicted the big six.
6.
So,
right. So,
but I mean,
best picture, actor, actress, supporting, and director. Okay.
yeah.
Right.
So
Yep.
we may not get to
So,
picture, but.
So even if we get a few, because they'll do best picture last, right? So we'll probably get supporting cast first, right?
Yeah.
Or director.
Does anyone remember the order?
Does anybody know
As they
the
come
order?
out?
Well, anyway, even if we get
Yeah.
3 of them and you get those right, I think that's pretty impressive.
That would
because
be impressive.
Because then we know what's going on.
Would that be a good trick?
It would definitely. You get, honestly, I think it would be a great trick. So that will happen as we get those.
Sure.
Going in. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
What do you have planned for us now?
I think next up, because 3 weeks ago, Steve and I got a studio on board our script, our pilot. This was, and of course, I was planning to do those last 3 weeks and just take them off and work on this, but we had to do writing. So I was like, oh no, should I cancel the Penguin lecture? And no, I don't. So instead, I went to some friends of mine who are really, really excellent magicians, and I said, can you guys help me out? Can you perform some of my effects for me? And we can play the tape, and then I will explain how the effects work. So you can see it also in front of a lay audience how they play. And you guys were on board with this.
Oh yeah,
sure. So we have a clip, Brennan, clip 1, Steve Valentine doing an effect from my book, Intimate Mysteries. Oh, there we go.
Sit on the chair. Okay. Hi. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Are we filming?
We are.
We are. All right. We're filming. Then I can turn it on. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
Olivia.
Olivia, if that's your real name. I'm Steve. Nice to meet you. This is everybody. Olivia, we're going to do something a little unusual. I just want you to hold on to these for a second. Let me make sure it's a full deck. Nope, never work with a full deck. Okay, hold on to that. Clear mind is we're going to go on a journey. We're going to go on a fun little journey. I want you to imagine right now that you've gone to a theme park, like a Magic Mountain, but it's a magic mountain that and you know what, I actually made notes, because this is based on a dream that I had, and I made notes from the dream, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to see if this works with you. All right, you're in Magic Mountain, but it's a magic mountain you've never been to, all right? So it's got all these brand new roller coasters, it's the end of the day, the sun is setting, you've got time for one more coaster. At the end of the park, there's 2 coasters ahead of you. There's this huge, ginormous, fast-moving, zim-zam, bang, flash kind of roller coaster, right? The cars are moving fast, there's lights, there's fire, it's really spectacular. And right next to it is a slightly smaller coaster that's a little dimmer, and maybe you don't quite know where the paths are going, where the tracks are going, and there's like flaming torches along the side as it goes into this tunnel, but it's all kind of very softer. And you've only got a chance to go on one of them. It'd be great to do both, but which one would you choose? Whichever one would you choose?
I would choose the one where I have no idea where it's going.
That would be the kind of the more darker, mysterious,
torches.
the
Go
little
big or go
torches, the torches and stuff. All right, go big or go home. Let's remember what she said, people, because it's going to be very important in a moment. All right, so you've got the coaster, and you're getting in line. How long do you think you'd be waiting in line, just out of interest?
I mean, if it's that good, probably 45 minutes,
45
an
minutes.
Hour.
45 minutes to an hour to go into this like go big or go home kind of
Why not?
roller coaster with the torches that go into the tunnel. All right, that's really important. So as you're in line and you've got 45 minutes, you're looking at this coaster. What do you feel when you look at it? How would you describe your feeling of
Be
the
really
coaster?
anxious,
You're very anxious.
nervous, excited.
Anxious, nervous, excited.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but you're going to go through with it, right? You're the kind of person
yeah.
once you've made up your mind,
Oh,
you're going to.
absolutely.
All right, okay, brilliant, that's good. So now you get onto the coaster, and there's 2 cars, right? There's one that's very sleek and angular and very pointy, and then there's this other car that's rather round and soft and kind of softer and rounder. Which one are you going to go on, the angular car or the softer, rounder car?
Probably the angular.
The angular car. So you get into the angular car and you're off and you get up to the top and you plunge down into the water. As you plunge into the water, what do you yell from the top of your voice? What kind of words would you say?
I don't know if you want me to say them out loud.
Yeah, go ahead.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. This is awesome. This is awesome. Holy shit. Okay. And how long does this ride go for? Like on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the shortest, 10 being the longest. If it's a really long ride, you can go to 13. It's up to you.
13.
13. You're like, I'll go to past 11. I'll go to 13. Right? Is that what you're going to 13? All right. And when the roller coaster comes to an end, and you can't get the bar to rise when you get down there, the bar won't rise. So what do you say to the people that want to get on the ride? Because it's not your fault the bar's not rising. But what would you say to them?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you? Okay, that's awesome. This is really awesome. So I want to tell you what this is really all about. It's what we call a double cocoa. It means 2 things. Actually, it means 3 things. First of all, this is a psychological test that has to do with sex. And
Dear God, I must have passed it.
And basically it's your approach to sex, okay? So let's have a look. So there were 2 coasters, and you went for the darker, more mysterious with the torches and the dark tunnels, and that basically means you like to be romanced. That you like a little bit of romance, a little bit of mystery. You don't like it all up front and in your face, right? Is that? Would you say that's a pretty accurate description? All right. So, and then remember, so you got the 2 coasters, and then you were waiting in line 45 minutes. Well, that represents the amount of foreplay that you would need in order to. I'm going somewhere with this. Trust me. All right. Now the cars were sleek and angular, or rounder and softer, and you went with the angular car. Is that right? You went with like the harder car, which kind of represents also your attitude towards sex is very kind of like slashy, and big and aggressive. You said it. Yeah. All right. When you plunge down into the water, that is what you would yell at the moment. Do you remember what you said?
Holy shit!
Holy shit! Yeah, that's right. Okay, and that, which is kind of awesome. And then you were going on a scale of 1 to 10. That's how long it would last. You'd want it to last. It went to 13. You went all the way. Yeah. And then when the bar wouldn't rise, you said,
"Are you fucking kidding me?"
Right. Which is what you say when your partner has a bit of an issue.
Pretty spot on.
Yeah. And, so this is psychologically, this is an accurate test. It's actually, would you say this is pretty much kind of like, pardon the expression, but nailed you exactly?
Nailed it.
Yeah, okay, good. But here's the other thing. This is actually a triple entendre, because what you've actually done is create a playing card. And I'll show you what I mean. So at the beginning we said there's 2 coasters. There's the big one, and then there's the softer one, right? There's the big one, which is kind of bright colors, and then there's the one that's kind of dark, and you went with the darker one.
Correct.
So let's say this is a dark card, which will be clubs or spades. Then we said, how long are you going to wait in line? You said 45 minutes. Okay, that's okay. Then we said, describe the coaster. You described it, how it looked. Then we said, so you got black. So then we said, sleek or angular or rounder or softer, and you went with the car.
I went with the sleek and angular.
Sleek and angular. So the black card that has angles on it is a spade. Clubs are round, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then, if you remember, I asked you how long, and you said 13, which in a deck of cards would be the king, because you have ace through 10, then jack, queen, king. The king will be 13. So essentially what you've done is you've created the king of spades.
Stop it.
Here's the weird thing. You've been holding that deck of cards in your hands the entire time, is that correct?
Correct.
We didn't set anything up.
No.
You wouldn't have done it if you'd known. Can I have the deck of cards for a second?
Stop.
Inside, this is really weird, inside this deck of cards, I reversed 1 card because I looked at you and I thought, I think from the answers that she's going to give me, she's going to end up with King of Spades.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yay, thank you. Big round of applause for Olivia.
That was really cool. So basically, they compared my sex life to roller coasters, and I have to say it was very much so true about everything that they said, which is so embarrassing.
And then when she got on the roller coaster, they said the one thing that comes to your mind, it was,
holy shit! And then when you get stuck on the roller coaster and like you can't get out, And they said, what do you say to that? And I said, are you fucking kidding me? And they compared that part to when sex is over.
Or being on a hard roller coaster. But it was honestly one of the best shows we've been to in a long time.
It
We
was.
feel really grateful that we would be able to be a part of this special event. We recommend it for anybody.
Very much so.
Thank you very much.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was Steve Valentine.
Yeah, right?
Just so good. And those women accosted me in the castle after we filmed it and said, "Oh, we love the tricks." You know, but they were for both this one and the next one. They were there for both.
Yeah.
And so I said, "Come out, can I film you?" After?
Yeah. Now you were filming, right?
I was behind the camera.
Did they know that you had originated these, or did you tell them that at all a little bit? You said he's going to be performing something that I've come up with.
Yeah,
like
we
that?
did a little
Yeah,
introduction.
Okay. Yeah,
and
sure.
so that's how they knew to pull me over.
Yeah,
after in
good.
the
So
castle.
and it's obvious from what we've seen that they really enjoyed it, and that's the thing about this. This is an effect from your book, Intimate Mysteries.
Right.
Yep. And
You have one?
do I have it here? No, I don't have it here. Maybe I do.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I have.
Cool.
I have it right. I have it right down there from Intimate Mysteries, and it's one of the things that's in here. It's called a double cocoa. Although it's also used in triple entendre, like Steve had said. What's cool about it is pretty obvious. Is that you're doing the invisible deck?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I don't think I need to demonstrate it, but I brought one.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a card revelation. I became fascinated by cocologies. It's a Japanese game basically, where people answer questions in a little visualization, and it turns out to be very revealing. And so I'm going to put the script in because might not be clear from one performance what each thing means. So I'll put the entire script on the download package afterwards. So if you want to do something like that, you can follow along. And there are many examples. I mean, this is, I think, the only one about sex, but it's Steve's favorite.
And the other thing that's really cool about it, and I think anybody that's out there that does any readings at all can see that you could just apply it without the invisible deck. You don't even really need a card revelation, and they're still so engaged in the process, what's going on, and it's so fun for them. It's kind of it's a party kind of a game. That's fun.
Especially
for them.
roller coaster, which is about sex.
Which is great.
I mean, it's not for kids' parties, but you can. But in the right place, it's a lot of fun, and very engaging. And again, it's they're picking a card. You're doing invisible deck, and but that card now is meaningful. It's not just a king of spades.
Yeah, that's right. You're not just having them choose black or red.
Represents my sex life and all my preferences and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's a way to make it a little more. I mean, the great thing about close-up magic is you connect with people so intimately, and so I wanted to play with that, but also really connect with people on an intimate level. This is quite intimate. Yeah.
Now, Steve also in that performance, he was referring to his phone to get the questions and that kind of stuff, which you can do, but it's also obvious that if you commit this to memory and you just do it. Then you get like a real direct connection with them the whole time. And it's one of those things that actually fosters a closeness between two people. So you had jokingly said at the beginning that at the time that you got out of magic when you went to college was because at that point magic wasn't about picking anybody up. You couldn't use it to do that.
I would have been in it longer.
Yeah, but you've actually you've gone over into that genre where it is possible if you meet somebody and you want to show them something that's really like a great magic trick, but also get to know them in a fun and funny way. You could use this as long as you're not too weird about it, right?
Yes, you could use this trick to pick up girls. I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like my missed youth in magic coming back. I think you could definitely do that. But not that we're advocating that. It's,
No, well, but you know,
but it's a way to connect. It's a you know, and get to know someone.
It's a whole different world now where magicians are no longer quite as dorky as they used to be,
Sure.
and it doesn't even matter if you are, because nerd is the new cool, you know, and we're part of that. So you know, chicks dig magic, right?
Yeah,
that's the next T-shirt. Telling you,
Chicks
right?
dig magic. That's my next trick. I'm just going to come up with. I don't care what it is. That would be a great release.
Yeah.
Right there. No, but this reminds me. Actually, the first trick I ever released was something called, what was it called? It was a incandescence.
Yeah, incandescence.
It was a book test which I wrote. And this is going to sound like a really awful reason to write a book test, but I wrote this book test because the book test that I was looking at, the writing is so awful. And as a writer, I was offended. This is unreadable, and I wanted to make a readable book test, which I know is goofy. But so it's all love poems, and I thought, oh, you know, you could, again, it's a way to connect with somebody. And I thought, and the sales were okay, but I thought, you know, what would really bump this up is if, you know, if we could use this a way that guys could pick up chicks with it. So I sent a copy to Mystery. You know, Mystery?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Like
if you guys don't remember Mystery, I think you can still see videos of him on YouTube. He was in the PUA community, pickup artist.
No,
he was the guy,
he's like
right?
the king god of pickup artists. And he was a magician. He started as a magician. So I sent it to him. He said, "This is awesome. This is great." And he said, "I'm going to try it out tonight." I go, "Let me go how it goes." You know, I'm married with kids, you know, but I still, you know, if you tell me a story, I don't mind hearing it. But but so he went out and he was going to try it out, and then he didn't get back to me. And I contacted him a few times. I think he has commitment issues. I never heard from him again. But which is probably just as well.
Yeah,
you know.
right.
So
where do we go from here?
Next thing up, I was going to show you a trick. I'm not going to demonstrate it because there's a room full of magicians. But I think this is a nice trick.
Okay.
But I'm just going to walk through it because it's not going to work in a room full of, especially mentalists. But what this is you pull out your wallet for whatever reason, and you just maybe to give a business card, and you say, I've got a photo of my kids in here. Mm-hmm. I just want to see. I have seen this picture so many times. It's burned in my memory, and I'm going to try to plant it in your mind, and I'm going to ask you certain questions. It's outdoors, and you know, and again, I'm not going to go through the entire scripting here, but you ask a certain amount of psychological forces.
Okay, right.
And what I have here is a little index of 6 things, and I'll show you. I have pictures here. So here is one of the pictures. These are my daughters. I don't know. Do you want to? Oh yeah, you got them.
Yeah, that's it. Right,
so
right.
Now notice the shirt.
Yep.
Circle triangle force. My daughter, my youngest daughter, is holding a hammer. Uh-huh. You know, she said, what does this picture, what are we doing in this picture? I said, doesn't matter. It, it's just, if anyone says that, don't ask. It was just, but I mean, look at the different things. If you, one of the direct inspirations for this was, Colin McLeod's Mind Trip from Psychological Subtleties, where he asks a person to visualize outside, taking a walk, and what do you see, And of course, there's also another famous psychological subtlety. Imagine looking out a window, what do you see? And the most objects are tree and car. Mm-hmm. So I make sure there's trees and cars in this. Colin had the bit where, when they say house, imagine how many windows there are. the most common answer will be 4. And this is my neighbor across the street, and there are 4 windows on the house. Dogs are very common when you imagine walking in a place. You imagine an animal.
Is there any diamonds in the dog's hand?
You hands off my dog! I know he looks like a stuffed animal.
No. Yeah, you smack the dog on the head. Out comes the card. Now I noticed a difference between this picture and the one that we were actually showing. No, come on, don't be concerned. Look.
Yeah.
Here's
He's safe.
Here's the real one. I had them bring it so I could feel good about, he's
okay.
I know he's safe. He's back here. He's hiding. Yeah,
that's right.
So you have that built in.
Right.
You have trees and cars. You've got 4 windows on the house.
Right.
You have
colors.
The circle triangle built in.
Right.
You have colors. The most common ones, red and blue.
Right. And
right.
I figure do something like, imagine a color, feel it right here. So later you can say, refer to the shirt.
Yeah, good. And then the hammer is in there as well.
Of course. Name a tool.
But you said how many? You have 6 different.
Yes, and I thought
is that just for her hand?
It is just for the hand.
Okay.
I went back and forth on what I'm going to, because I thought might as well have an index. But I say one of my daughters is holding up a hand. Yeah. Guess how many fingers she's holding up, and so I have 0, 1. This is 2, 3, 4. And 5. Yeah, that's how many fingers, right?
If they said 6 and she's got 6, that'd be good too.
So there we go. And she sort of made the moment. It was fun. We spent 15 minutes out front, and the hardest thing about it was getting the dog to stay still that long.
And the dog is part of it too, isn't it? I mean, if somebody imagine an animal, right?
That's another thing. If you're wandering, if you're looking outside, and if you mention, people often say I visualize a dog. Yeah. And It's I just think a fun trick, but also another thing that I'm reminded of. There's a Peter Brooks, a great stage director. He said a simple way to tell a difference between a good play and a bad play is that in a bad play, one thing happens after another, and in a good play, many things are happening at the same time. And in this, there's the subtext throughout the whole trick is I'm showing you a picture of my kids. And this is a strategy in business all the time. You have a picture of your kids on your desk. Joel Bauer, you always have a picture of your kids on display in your wallet. You flash that thing. It is a way to say, I'm trustworthy. Mm-hmm. I'm a dad. I wouldn't cheat you. And if you cheat me, you're cheating these little cute kids. I mean, that's a sort of subtext here. It's just a way to build trust. Like if you're getting to know a client, if you're wanting to do it, this is a little trick where the subtext is, these are my kids. And every kid is cute, or you can show your girlfriend if she's hot. Look at me. But it's a way to, there's a subtext here, is, it's just another way to get to connect with someone, and I thought this was a nice way of doing it.
It is. And as far as walking through the whole thing, do you do it where you're just trying to connect with the person, and whether they get it right or wrong doesn't matter up till the moment where you ask about how many fingers? Does it seem like that's what you're going for the whole time? Because that to me is how I would do it. Right. I would say now that we've established this, because I know how many things they got right or wrong, so I can disregard all the things that they didn't quite get. Right. I can say, now that we've established this rapport, I'm going to ask you a very specific question, and see if you get it right.
Right.
And then I would just say, hey, you got that right, and then let them see everything else.
Yes.
Discover everything else for
themselves. Any kind of picture, and there's a lot of different examples of people who, trying to get a spectator to imagine a picture. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch out there, and so I What was I saying?
I think you were agreeing with what I was saying the impetus of the routine.
Ending with the boom.
Yeah.
And with each of these, you would always emphasize the hits and just forget about the misses.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm going back and forth on, do you end with the number of fingers, or do you do that early on, and then you can take it out, and then you're so clean.
Yeah, right.
And
Because
you
that would make a difference,
on the table,
wouldn't it? Yeah.
And then say talk about some other stuff.
Yeah, sure.
It's I don't know. I mean, I haven't done this like a million times, so I couldn't really say.
Yeah. But it certainly seems like a really fun one to play with. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to rent some kids just to make the photos.
Sure. Yeah, I would lend you mine, but I'm afraid what you'll do to my dog.
Yeah, well, after what you made me do to my penguin.
I'm sorry about that. It was like his heart, you could see.
So they're asking if they're going to get access to the script and the effects. Do you have this written up as part of what they're going to be provided with? As far as like each one of those individual pieces, is there a write-up for that so that the people that are viewing this can now know that that's the part of the force and that's the part of the force?
I mean, I've got them in a sloppy form in my notes.
Yeah.
I can neaten that up and include that in the package.
Yeah, all right.
Because some of the stuff you really need this stuff.
Sure. But what the idea is, even if that doesn't get included, and hopefully it will be, but if it's not included, basically you take all of the psychological forces that you think are really good ones. Like you could have a picture of them, and one of them's got a carrot, one of them's got a rose.
Sure. Yeah.
Come on, it's that kind of stuff. So you just ask somebody, name the first flower that comes to your mind, and boom, and there you go.
That's right.
If they don't get it right, they don't get it right. It doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
you get more hits as you build the things up.
I know. I mean, we have a rose bush in our front yard, but it just wasn't blooming. So I thought, I'm not going to do that. Oh, and another one I was thinking of, and I can't tip this, but Bill Cushman has something called the Force. FOURCE.
Right, and then force.
Yeah, and it's a way to force a 4-digit number. So now you can print that on the house opposite. So that's the address. So that I didn't include that in this one, but a lot of you might have that, and I think it's probably on Penguin. So it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, but the concept is whatever it is that you want the spectator to reveal, you just take a picture of it, and make sure it's in there. And I think it's a great concept. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. What do we got next?
We're going to go. Moving right along. Then we're coming to another clip. This is Fear, featuring Michael Rangel, who's a wonderful magician in LA, and he's very dramatic. He also is an actor, so you'll see some of the acting come out of it, out in this, and it is it's kind of a scary effect, and I've had a lot of fun with this, but I haven't done it for a few years. And I've had people come up to me and say, you should market it, but there's a certain amount of copyrighted material in this, so I cleared it. It was okay to show here, but anyways, we'll get into it. Michael's also featured in a small feature in the latest Genie magazine, so maybe we should roll that clip.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
What you're about to see may be quite frightening. So if we have any squeamish or faint of heart, I invite you to leave right now. But don't think that it's because I'm turning off the lights that it's going to be frightening. No, you could see we passed out some flashlights to give the illusion of safety. No, that's not what you have to be worried about. What you have to be worried about is what's inside that box. And one person, one very, very lucky person, will have to worry about what's underneath this piece of fabric. You see, tonight, we're going to face our deepest fears. Does anybody like to leave?
No.
Questionable.
Then let's turn off the lights, shall we? And make sure the doors are locked. Steve, make sure the doors are locked and they can't get out.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. We have someone on the other side, so they're blocking the door.
Now all we need is a little bit of light. I like you. And we also need a little bit of a soundtrack to tonight's little piece. Something like a heartbeat, kind of like. So if you don't mind. Don't be shy. Yes, even you matter, sir. Wonderful. I like it. A little bit louder. No, it's like a symphony of terror. Beautiful. Anybody care to scream?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. The stage is set. I need a volunteer, somebody that is brave, but not too brave. Somebody that has a lot of confidence. Somebody good at using their mind. My dear, what is your name?
Maria.
Please give Maria a round of applause. Come on over here, Maria.
Okay.
You can sit right here. You see, what you have to worry about, Maria, is inside this box. You know, in every great horror movie, and I do love horror movies, don't you?
Yes.
Are you a fan of horror movies, Maria? Well, perhaps you aren't familiar with the genre. Let me explain something. In every great horror film, there's always a point where the innocents are given an opportunity to turn away, to go back. A harbinger, a warning. This is your warning. Would you like to go back and leave?
Yes, but I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna be brave.
My kind of woman. Maria, inside of this box is your deepest fears. Why don't you open it and hand me what's inside? What do you see, Maria?
Names?
Ah, yes. Do any of these names ring a bell? Perhaps Rick Hawkins, or Brian Cooper, or Mac Elliott, George Dillon. No, none of those ring a bell to you? Any of you? How about this face? Does any of you know this face? It is the predator. You see, the names on the back are the victims of the predator. Let's try another one, shall we? How about Ronaldo Pazzi, Paul Krendler, or Mason Verger? Any of those names ring a bell? How about this lovely face? Anybody?
Hannibal.
Well, yeah.
Yes, Hannibal the Cannibal. Bill Huggins, Stan Uris, Eddie Kasprak. Anybody? Oh, how about you, Eddie? Do you know this guy?
It.
Ah, yes, it. You see, we don't ever remember the names of the victims. They seem to be washed away and forgotten with time. But we always seem to remember the name of the monsters. Don't you find that peculiar? Perhaps it's that what Carl Jung said. We connect and resonate with the shadow self. Something deep and dark within ourselves that even us don't want to admit exists. My dear, please, if you don't mind, cut the deck any way you like. will mark where you cut. Out of all those monsters, out of all those victims, there's one monster that you picked. Shall we see which monster she picked? Go and take the monster. Who did you get?
No one knows. There we go.
Freddy Krueger. Oh, one of my favorite monsters. How about you? You see, Freddy Krueger is unique because he preyed on people's dream worlds. He was a demon that reached out from our slumbers and killed his victims. And if you notice throughout the whole movie, they never knew when they were asleep or awake. They would try their hardest not to fall asleep, going dazed, but slowly, surely, strange things would start to happen. And they would notice that they'd fallen into a dream, and that's when he would strike. Do you remember, in almost every horror film, there's a moment when our hero comes upon a curtain, and the suspense builds, and they walk slowly towards it. You can hear the music building, and they slowly pull away the curtain. Do you all know those moments?
Yes.
Slowly pull away the curtain, very slowly. Freddy Krueger. Wow, what a coincidence. Perhaps he's come to our dream state. I mean, after all, who can honestly say that they think that they're either awake or asleep? Who can tell for real, for true? Look on the other side of that card and see if any of those names look familiar. What do you see?
My name?
Perhaps you stepped into a nightmare.
Oh my goodness. It was amazing. I didn't even see it coming. I have no idea how they did it. No, and then when the hand came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have nightmares for probably a week and a half, you know, something on the lines of that. But it was incredible. It was crazy. So basically, I was really happy that I was not a part of the first set or whatever you want to call it, because I probably would have shit myself if I had seen my name on that list. I would have been so scared. I cannot deal with scary. I would have been terrified, out of my mind.
Okay. Thanks. There you go. That's a fun trick. I do this at Halloween every year. So you have lots of time to prepare. I mean, that's kind of typical of my effects. I like simple methodology. It's a crisscross force. I mean, it's the simplest force imaginable, and but it works. People never catch on to it. Magicians do. The woman who was volunteering in that actually was Maria Ho. Does anyone follow poker? She's like one of the top 10 ranked poker players in the world. She's really good. But I mean, you can, argue whether it's wise to get a poker player to be your subject, because they don't express much. But she was great. She was great. So yes, I got a whole bunch of these pictures off the internet. This is why I cannot market this effect, because it's all copyrighted material. But everybody knows these faces. You say, who's this? Everyone knows. Who's that? Mike Myers, the alien. You see, Dr. Jekyll. Maybe we don't know her, but from The Rings, Samara, the Wolfman, Bruce. But I mean, all these are available on the internet. I sometimes, hold up a picture of Frankenstein and say, "Who's this?" And people say, "Frankenstein." You go, "No, it's Frankenstein's monster." And the names on the back, I just like the idea that we don't really identify with the victims. I mean, we think we should, but we don't know any victims' names. All these are, as far as I could find, these are the actual victims killed in these movies. There's a couple I made up because they don't have names, but this I will include in the download because that's not copyright material.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to find and it's all keyed. If you want to do this effect, you're going to just have to get these pictures off the internet and then just print them up at a Photoshop. I assume most people know about one of these. It is a spirit hand. And so this is just there on the table. And I just have a little prop. This is the one actually used in that clip. I think Michael took my hand home, my Freddy Krueger hand. I don't have it. So that's just laying. When you buy these, they're at Halloween stores every year. But they all have kind of a glove that fits on tight, and you have to get rid of that glove because otherwise it takes too long to get on. But if you take that little glove off, and you can either cut it off or just rip it because it's always cheap glue, then you've got this kind of loose Freddy Krueger hand, and you can just slip your hand into that so smoothly. They're not strong at all. So I always slit with a razor knife, lots of slits in this. So you're basically just sliding it through, and then you're actually breaking the paper with your fingers. You're not cutting through this thing. So, and go like this and go, and you can generally get a few good screams when it happens. Yeah, go.
How do you get the person's name on the back of the picture that you're forcing on them?
We met her before the show.
You meet it and you prearrange it.
Yeah,
and you get
well, no, she didn't know she was going to come up.
Right.
We just took a chance saying, let's use her.
Yeah.
I think she'll come up because she seems nice. So we asked her, we met her, and so so we just read the name. Maria Ho, and it's sort of spooky, but that freaks people out. They see their name on it. It's like, it's so much fun. I don't want to race over it. Now, thinking when we took a break to watch that, I'm thinking, I skipped over other stuff that I wanted to mention on some of the other effects. So maybe
that's fine. We can always go back.
Sure.
Have you played around with any of the other movie monsters? I mean, this one certainly has an identifiable hand. That's what makes this work.
It seemed good for the dream
Sure.
because I like it. He's a dream character. The hand comes through, and it's kind of a long enough thing that you can lull people, and they sort of get carried away, and they sort of get into the mood. I've had a chance to work with some cool horror directors. So I'm not actually a horror fan, but if there's work, and Wes Craven wants someone to write his new script, and it's about cannibalism. He thinks it's addictive, and I'm going, I could write that, So I sat down and watched that. What did I say? Wes Craven? No, Tobe Hooper. Tobe Hooper. No, I'm thinking this is Wes Craven. Yeah. So, those are scary movies. Those are spooky. But this is I always love. This is one of my favorite horror films. I just think it's really cool. Any questions on that? Yeah. No.
Just as I listened to the clip, it sounded like the heartbeat got faster a couple times.
Right.
Is that something you can control, or
can we hear the question from the audience? Okay. I'll just repeat it. The question is that when we were listening to it, it seemed like the heartbeat was getting faster. Like the audience was speeding up the heartbeat.
Right.
Is that something that you control, or does that just happen?
Yes. I mean, we've tried it several ways. I've tried it several ways with it. The first time I did it, we had someone on bongo drums, and he was keeping a heartbeat, and I was very, open instructions, speed up the beat as we're going along. This actually, I should point this out because this actually is not. I added some soundtrack onto this because I didn't think of it because everyone was doing this nice heartbeat and it was like cool and everyone's sort of keeping this beat. They all stopped when they applauded for the woman to come up on stage. And then we didn't think to say, okay, pick it up again, because that just breaks any rhythm they're keeping. It just stops. So, and I was doing, bongos in the back, but I stopped at that point. And so I just laid the bongo on top of it in post. And Michael had a piece of music he wanted to use that sort of built to a climax. And he was hitting a button and it didn't connect, so I just took the music and laid it in post. So, so yes, you can get as fancy, but I like the idea of the flashlights. That has always worked well.
Yeah, that's great.
You give people flashlights before the show. Hey, do you want to sort of be light you're a cameraman for this show, for this scene. Point it. Try to keep it on the faces because people, don't want to shine a light in someone's face. You got to tell them, to shine it in their faces and shine it wherever you think is interesting. If we talk about something, we talk about box, someone will always shine a light on the box. And it's sort of participatory again. It's like campfire, we're doing, we're having fun. So it's another way to engage people. Are we done with this one?
Cool. Yeah.
So,
awesome.
Okay. There we are. It's probably time for me to do another effect actually live. I skipped over one, didn't I?
Yeah, that's the one. Are you doing that one?
I'm going to do.
I've been looking forward to it.
Which one? Which one are you looking forward to?
That one right there. Is that the one you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was going to do that.
Yeah, great. All right.
How do you know it? I've never done it before.
No. I based on the description.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to, let's clear, it's as bad as David Williamson's lecture here. I'm going to need 3 people to help me with this. I would prefer men.
Well, you're in luck.
That's going to be, by the way, all the gift bags, they say princess on them. I just thought there'd be more women here. But what's a magic lecture without loot bags? I will, yes, do you want to, you've been up here before. How about, do you want to come up? You want to come up? Do you want to come up? Or, okay, awesome. Can I have you stand over here in a line, but we're good here. Yeah, no, that's good, right there and right here. Maybe everyone stay, I'm going to have you together. Sure. How's the line? Good picture? Okay, perfect. And your name is, and we never met before?
Patrick.
Patrick.
Eric.
Eric, nice to meet you, Eric.
Tyler.
Tyler, nice to meet you. I was, like I said, these are new effects, so I'm going to, some of the scripting is going to be a little bit, I'm still, I hope you like it. The speech centers of the human brain are located largely in the left hemisphere, but there have been many cases where someone has had damage to the left hemisphere so catastrophic that it left them unable to speak, and yet they could still recite their favorite song lyrics. This is true. It seems there are certain types of speech which bypass the logical left brain and go straight to the more imaginative right brain. This includes things like lyrics, poetry, hypnotic inductions, and some would say magic spells of the double, toil and trouble variety. These things have many things in common. These types of speech have many things in common, things like rhythm, repetition, often rhyme. I'm going to perform a ritual, another thing which definitely speaks directly to the right brain. And the ritual here is very old and it involves a verse that I will recite for you in just a moment. First, we are going to have you choose a card. This is a mixed pack. I would like you to say stop at any point or touch a card.
Stop.
I'm going to have you choose, yes. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. And you will take this one. Don't peek at it yet. I would like you to hold it in your right hand. Cover it with your left hand over top of it, but pick it up in your left hand and hold it to your heart. If you get a peek of it, don't worry, because you will have a chance to look at it in a second. But I just want you to concentrate on my words right now without having to think, oh, I got to remember this card. And if you forget the card at any point, you can look at it, okay? But right now, I just want you to listen to me as I say this verse, and I'll leave it up to you to decide if this is poetry, hypnotic induction, or magic spell. The lyre stands with the heavenly choir. Wait a second, where's my poem? Hang on, Chris. What the heck is it? Okay. There we go. Did you peek at your card, Jack?
I did not.
Okay.
You told me not to.
I know, you're awesome. Okay, here we go. Oh, here we are. Okay. I told you this is brand new stuff, but okay, here we go. The lyre, dressed in honest attire, stands firm when he sings with the heavenly choir, yet stumbles when he speaks with a mouth full of fire. The earth trembles beneath the lyre. Would you all please look at your cards? Commit them to memory as best you can, but as I say, you can peek. For this ritual, you're going to know a position. Would you all turn slightly this way towards me? I want you to put your right arm out like this to your side. I want you to raise your right leg. Can you do this? Do we have balance? Good. This is good. Now relax. When I say assume the position, that's the position I want you to assume. Okay? Okay, are you ready? You all know what your card is. I'm going to ask you to repeat certain phrases. And I will ask you to repeat them whether they are true or not. Okay? Okay, assume the position. And repeat after me. Say, my card is red.
My card is red.
Good balance. Relax. Say, my card is red.
My card is red.
Good balance. Relax. Say, my card is red.
My card is red.
Whoa.
That's interesting. I ask you not to tell me if I'm being right or wrong here until we get to the very end. Okay? So I'm going to ask you some other questions now. Could you all assume the position? And repeat after me, my card is a heart.
My card is a heart.
Okay, relax. My card is a heart.
My card is a heart.
Okay, relax. My card is a club.
My card is a club.
Okay, no, you're good that time. Okay, maybe they're making adjustments, or maybe we have a heart, a club. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Are we ready? Go for it. Okay, we're gonna do high or low. Let's, for the argument's sake, ace through 7 is low, and 8 through king is high. Okay? So do you know, I'm going to have you say, my card is high. Okay, assume the position, please. My card is high.
My card is high.
Okay, relax. My card is high.
My card is high.
Okay, relax. I'm going to do, my card is high.
My card is high.
Relax. Now I'm pushing down on you here, and you're.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, there could be a couple things going on here. They could all be pathological, or this. You know what? I'm going to just persist. We are going to push forward. Let's see. Where are we at? I think you have high. I think, okay, even or odd. Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay, in position. Just so you know, you're a magician, so you'll know. But if a high card, Jack and Kings would be odd. And I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. My card is even. Position, please. My card is even.
My card is even.
You're tough. My card is even.
My card is even.
Oh, nice. My card is even.
My card is even.
Okay. Now we're getting close.
Winning.
You're winning. Okay, so I think you have a heart, high, even. So position, please.
Okay.
My card is not an 8 of hearts.
My card is not an 8 of hearts.
My card. Okay, you're odd. No. Don't show it till we're done. Don't show it till we're done. My card. Let's do an. I can't even remember anymore. 9, odd. My card is okay. Don't help him. Okay, relax. Arm up. No, my card is not a 9 of hearts.
My card is not a 9 of hearts.
My card is not a Jack of hearts.
My card is not a Jack of hearts.
Okay, it's firm. Okay, sit down. Okay, raise position, please. My card is not a. My card is not a 9 of clubs. Okay, relax. Breathe in, breathe out.
Ready.
Okay, ready. My card is not a 9 of clubs.
My card is not a 9 of clubs.
That's firm. My card is not a Jack of clubs.
My card is not a Jack of clubs.
Just Jack of clubs, King of hearts, 8 of hearts. Show them. Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Thank you. You can hang on. So, that is the liar.
Yeah.
It would have been really good if I hadn't forgotten the poem.
Now, even with just reading, having to read it off is fine.
Yeah.
It's just like we were talking about before when Steve was looking at the questions on the phone.
Yes.
It doesn't really detract from it. But if you're using it in a performance, eventually you commit that to memory, and it accents it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of liar, truth teller things, and typically I don't like them because it makes the spectator feel awkward to lie.
Right.
You know? But this one was the most fun I've ever watched before. It was great.
It is. I'm always trying to figure out ways to make mentalism visual.
Yeah.
Like when it did tossed out book test, it was just, your mind reading, but, it's got that great tossed out deck thing where everyone stands or everyone sits. So it's making mentalism visual. This is another way I thought I learned. I belong to a group in Los Angeles called the Elders, and we do these theme nights. And one of our themes recently was body magic, and we did all kinds. The book Body Magic. Who wrote that?
I don't know.
John Fisher.
John Fisher, that's right.
Yeah, great book, and there's so many ideas. Do you know that book well? Absolutely. Is that ploy in there? Okay. Actually, Ron Pink showed me that one, and it was just like, oh, I love this so much. And I thought, what a nice way to do a liar truth teller plot. Mm-hmm. The basic ploy of it is. Do you want to come up and help me with this again? You probably know this better than I do. I learned this a little while ago, and I fell in love. Thank you. So the basic ploy of it is you put the position where you have your right arm out and you lift your right leg. So if you can sort of tilt towards me.
Anything for you.
Thank you so much. And you're in this position, and if I push down, they're steady. If I push this way, they're going over.
I have no choice.
It is. It's just like you can all try it. It's really, really simple, and it's. Thanks very much, man. And that's all it is. When you want them to tell the truth, you just push straight down, and they will be able to resist you. And you can push down quite hard, and if you want them to fall over, you just push them away from their body, and they just go right over. And so it was just a question then of trying to figure out a way to force cards and remember what was going on. So I scripted out the entire thing. I had the, I wanted to be, true, true, false. So we get our first hit. True, true, true. Oh, okay, maybe it's a problem. Then another 3 trues, and you go, uh-oh, this is screwing up. And then, true, false, false, and then, end off with lots of trues and falses. And so basically I made a deck where I, figured out what I wanted, and then I just put a whole bunch of 8 of hearts, king of hearts, jack of clubs over and over for the top half of the deck. And then have a bottom. It's like a, the bottom is just an indifferent card. So it's like a Koran forcing deck where they would be all identical. All your force cards are on the top, and your bottom cards are all indifferent. Then I was thinking I would do an overhand shuffle on it, but I'm just trying to keep it simple at this point, and decided I would not, because I don't think anyone here is going to be fooled by an overhand shuffle. Anyway, if I was doing it for laymen, I would definitely do that, and then have them pick. Oh, and another thing about this is every 8, I want the first person to pick the 8. Again, it's just because under fire, my memory is terrible, and I know it's hard to remember and try to figure stuff out. So every 8, I've got a little corner. You see that little red divot in the corner? It just marks that's an 8. So I just keep on going through it, and so every 3rd card will have that little red pock mark. You stopped pretty well on that card, so it seemed legitimate to just make you take it. So I mean, it's if you can classic force, this is a breeze. But if they really insist on doing another thing, you can just take that card and hand it to the next person and the next one, and give your force card to the person you want. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions about that? Because yes, please.
It was great fun being up there and doing that. It was fun for us as much as it was probably fun for
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Really
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
glad you did.
So the comment is again, I don't know whether they can hear it, but the comment is it's very fun for the participants as well to be involved in it. Which again, that's the thing that I think is great about this, is that you've made it a lot more fun for them to be called out as a liar as opposed to exposed as a liar.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great book, Body Magic. It's you just have like all these great things that are just tricks with your body, or with other people. And it sounded awful, didn't it? It's like. But there's a lot of great stuff in it, and I mean, some of it I don't always find it convincing, but that one I always found that quite strong. But that's a good read, and I thought it was a nice approach to it. But I think we have our
we got some early results coming.
We have our announcement for the first Oscar of the night.
I think that's it. Now, is this the opening of the envelope? Because
yes, this is the opening of the envelope.
Sealed. Okay.
I should get in here just to be in frame, but I'm not going to touch anything.
All right, fair enough.
So what you've been monitoring? What award is it?
Yeah, Jacob. What do we have in?
Best supporting actor.
Best supporting
actor. So
best supporting actor.
Reach in. You'll find in there.
You'll
find. Yep. No, take them all out. Take them all out. You can.
All right.
You see
the pictures there. Directors there. That's actor, actress, best supporting actor.
Would you please open up the envelope?
Well, no, I want to know